G'day mates, how are y'all doing today? Today we're going to be talking about the 21st century and the problem the professional media is facing. So let's get right into it. So as you can imagine, in the last decade, we've seen a massive decrease in people trusting and viewing the mainstream media. We've seen television shows really cut back on viewing. We've seen magazines kind of going extinct. We've seen a lot less people buying newspapers. So what's causing this? Why are people turning away from the mainstream media and turning to alternative news? First off, I want to make it clear that I've never been on the professional side. I've done alternate media type stuff. I've made vlogs, I've written vlogs, I've done a few YouTube things, but I've never been on the professional side. So this is more from the unprofessional side and how we view the mainstream media. So, what's causing this? First off, I want to make it clear that there is a theory that I chose for this topic, and that theory is limited effects theory. Well, it's kind of the bracket of theories. If you remember the course content for that chapter, it kind of has this different things in there. I'm kind of focusing on the generalization of the limited effects theory. So what's causing the limited effects theory to really hurt the mainstream professional media? First off, I would argue that because of the rise of the internet, social media, we've seen a rise in alternative blogs, YouTube video channels for news and professional-like journalism, that we've seen a huge turn away from professionalism and more into personalization, vlog type stuff. So that's one thing. Second, with the rise of the internet, we've seen a lot less people we've seen a lot less people use mainstream news sources like Fox News, CNN. We've seen more people even trust what was used to be called or conspiracy theory type stuff like Alex Jones. So what's causing this anyway? If you remember what we said about the limited effects, is that our views aren't formed from the news, but the news has to appeal to our interests and our likes, dislikes, beliefs. So because of that, we've seen more and more people find their likes and dislikes from the alternative media. In the same way, we've seen, because of the internet, a lot less accountability is being shown and a lot less fact-checking. I've watched a video or read an article and done research for 5 minutes and found everything they said was false, 100%. And this isn't even opinion-based stuff. Like scientific stuff, the media just is lazy a lot of the time, and they refuse to be accountable to their sources. And because of the internet, we've had a lot of more fact-checking, a lot of more people sharing their views outside of the professional sphere. And because people share stuff on social media, more people are more informed than they were with just the media. So why are people going to alternative sources? First off, vlogs, YouTube. We've seen YouTubers make twice as much as starting journalisms from literally their backyard or their kitchen or their bedroom. And because of this, more and more people appeal to the average day Joe in his bedroom making videos or talking about subject matter that is less elitist, and people don't like the elitist nowadays. That's kind of against the norms anyway. But because of this extra layer of accountability, journalists who used to get away with this stuff or got away with it a lot harder because people didn't want to go to libraries to do research on, like, you see what I'm saying, before the internet. Now because we have the internet, we have a lot less journalists getting away with such biased and unaccountable news. Another reason is convergence. If you look at any video industry, like especially like Blockbuster, we've seen Blockbuster used to be a huge thing, but then we had people converging to streaming services, Redbox type rentals, a day at a time rentals, and this entire new era of online streaming video rental. And because Blockbuster refused to converge to the new technology, we've seen the entire company basically become non-existent. There might be a few stores, I don't know. I haven't done research. I'm going to admit I haven't done research in a while on that. But the facts still stand that because a lot of journalists are refusing to fact check themselves and refusing to go with the times, we've seen a huge decrease. The 21st century is literally an age of information. We have such abundance of information. We've seen less and less people rely on alternate fake news. And ever since, especially with Donald Trump becoming elected, he popularized the term fake news, which has really impacted the media even more. And when the media reacts to that, it just shows, hey, look, you're being a drama queen about that. So people don't like that either. They don't like the way the media is reacting to this change. Another thing that's causing, I've seen, I guess on the flip side of that last note before I move on, we've seen less and less media people refuse to converge. Eventually, we've seen more and more media turn to the new types of media. I've seen professional big channels like CNN, Fox News, History Channel, if you count that as a news. Anyway, we've seen less of those refuse to move on, and now they have YouTube channels. They have fully online vlog type or article based websites, and converging to the times. But then there are those who refuse to move on, kind of like grandma and her, like trying to get on Facebook. That doesn't matter. So one thing that we found is there's people who are panicking in the mainstream media, in the professional media. A lot of times they try figuring out what's wrong, and it turns out that it's not that much different from alternate media. It's just people relate to alternate. They just don't want to spend the time basically to turn on the television even, or go pay for stuff they don't use. Like my dad finally canceled our newspaper subscription 2 years ago because we just didn't read the paper. He's just about to stop our TV subscription to DirecTV because we just don't watch TV anymore. Besides Netflix, because of Stranger Things and the Netflix shows, The Crown. Besides all that, in the professional journalism, we just don't watch online, or we don't watch TV anymore. We don't watch the telly, and we would rather go to the internet because it's basically there whenever we need it. We had leaders of networks admit that they just don't know what's going on. And if you can read I'll put on the post my full papers. I'm kind of just summarizing, doing I guess more the opinion based, but yeah. So if you remember from our classwork, we talked about journalism, and I'm a PR, so I'm not in the journalist track for Concordia. Got rid of the writing for the public media focus anyway, but I was going to go into possibly PR. I'm in the pre-seminary program, so I was never going to go into journalism. And I was thinking about it for a while, but then I decided that's not my path. So from a non-journalist, I can definitely relate. I have buddies who are becoming really popular YouTubers, and they just don't want to go into professional. I know a lot of my buddies who are YouTubers are actually in school still. My roommate's actually a YouTuber. He's a lot of times filming here in the room WWE videos for pastime because people just don't they know the struggles and they just don't want to go into it more. So with this lack of professional media, with this lack of accountability for public media, really, I'm not saying that the professional media, not public media, won't ever go away. Of course, it may, we just don't know, but it's definitely changing in a way that it won't be the same if it keeps on its current path. And with the convergence of new technologies. So I'm going to put in all the information on. I hope you all guys enjoyed this video as a kind of brief summary of everything, all my thoughts and feelings and opinions. I've done a lot of research into this. You can go on many different websites. Government websites even show the ratings going down. I think I found a few of those. But yeah, I hope you all enjoyed and have a great evening and have a great summer holiday, and good luck on the next semester, y'all. Peace.